क्वेश्चन था।
यस।
मैम, मिर्च की तैयारी करी थी, उसमें कुछ क्वेश्चंस का ना सॉल्यूशन में इश्यू आ रहा था, तो वो मैंने आपसे डिस्कस करना था, बट कैसे करूं?
क्लास होगी ना कल, फिजिकली कैंपस में है ना क्लास?
मैम, ऑफिशियल नोटिस आया नहीं है, बट होप सो।
जी
यस मैम।
इंशाल्लाह कल हो जाएगी। नोटिफिकेशन भी आपके साथ शेयर हो जाएगा। तो अच्छा, तो स्टूडेंट ऐसा है कि टुडे दिस इज द इंटीग्रेशन इन द कॉम्प्लेक्स प्लेन। टुडे वी स्टार्ट द चैप्टर नंबर 5। इट्स नेम इज इंटीग्रेशन। Great. Okay, recording is start. Okay, student. Uh, this is the chapter number 5 and integration in the complex plane. And first of all, in this class, we will solve the exercise 5.1 and I will solve it some examples. It is related about to integral. Acha, अब मैं first of all I want to clear here that there are the two types of the integration. That one integration is has the type of the positive verticities and one integration has the negative rotation. Okay, if it has a clockwise direction, then its sign is opposite to the anti-clockwise. If there is the flow movement is in the anti-clockwise and if it is in the clockwise, then it has the sign would be the different. One sign has the positive and one sign has the negative. I think if there is the rotation of the clockwise, then its relation, its sign is negative. And similarly, this velocity vector field is in the form of the anti-clockwise. Okay, so it's okay. Its direction is in the positive direction. Okay. Okay, now student, we will start this exercise 5.1. In exercise 5.1, it is related about the line integral. Okay, line integral means, for example, there is the curve and we are discussion about the velocity vector of only on this line. Okay, it is related about only this line. So it is C defined the, for example, parametrically evaluate the C x y square dx, and it has the two parts. A part is this is and B part is x y square dy, and C part is also it has x y square ds, where the path of the integration C is the quarter circle defined by x is equal to 4 cos t. These are its parametric equations, and one equation is x and one equation is y is equal to 4 sin t. And basically it is related about to 0 to pi by 2. The path C of the integration is shown in this example. So first of all, students should notice that how it will be solved. That there is that since dx is equal to, basically we have the which thing, for example, first of all, if I solve the first part, a part integration of cx y square dx.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैम। मैम
वालेकुम।
आपने स्क्रीन शेयर की हुई है?
स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं है आप लोगों के साथ, एक मिनट।
नो मैम,
नो
नहीं।
मैम।
नहीं मैम, नजर नहीं आ रहा।
Yes, student, now it is share the screen with you.
यस।
Okay, fine.
यस मैम।
Okay, this is the example number 1 of the chapter number 5, before exercise 5.1, C defined parametrically. Okay. Now, student, this is the discussion about the line integral. Okay, and there is the also the direction of the line. Okay, evaluate that there are the 4 parts. C defined parametrically. There are 4 parts: x, y square dx and x, y square dy, and C part is x dy and x, y square ds, and where the path of the integration C is the quarter circle. You can look here that basically full circle is like this shape, and this is the part of the quarter circle defined by x is equal to 4 cos t and y is equal to 4 sin t. and its t value is vary from 0 to pi by 2. Okay, basically this angle is 0 and starting angle, and this is angle is basically the 90 degree. So this is the pi by 2, 0 to t to pi by 2. Okay, first of all, how to solve this question? For example, we have the a part x y square dy dx. Okay, what is the value? X parametric equations are given. X is equal to 4 cos t and y is equal to 4 sin t. So basically we put here the values of the x value 4 cos t and y square value is this is, and where is the dx? Basically x is equal to 4 cos t. So x is equal to 4 cos t. Then it is given that x is equal to x is equal to 4 cos t. And if we taking the derivative of this is, then dx is equal to minus 4 sin t dt. Okay. So this value is basically by putting in here. So we get this is the value of the x, this is the value of the y, and that is the value of the dx. Okay. Then you realize that 4 4s are 16, 16 4s are this well. There are the 4 times 4. 1 time 4, double time 4 means 16, and this is again multiplied by 4. Its result is minus 256, and integration is limit is from here we find that 0 to pi by 2, and we have the power of the sine t is sine cube t, and this is the value of the cos of t dt. So minus 256. And here is the basically the integration of the sine and cos is that we can take the derivative like this way that x sine raised power, its derivative is also in the numerator with this. So its result is like this way that sine power 1 power should be increased, sine 3 plus 1 divided by 3 plus 1. Okay, so its result will be sine of 4t, and cos of t should be the silent. Okay, that is basically that. For example, if you have the under the power function has, we have also the derivative of the this value. For example, sine of cube t, so its derivative is cos of t. Okay, that is also exist with it. So its result would be sine of 4t over 4. Okay, and also apply the power limit 0 to pi by 2. After simplification, we get its result is minus 64. For example, minus 256, if we apply, upper limit is 1 by 4 sine of pi by 2. Okay, sine of pi by 2, and its whole power is 4 minus sine of 0, and also its power whole 4, and closing bracket minus 256. So 1 by 4, pi by 4, I think so, sine of pi by 2, basically, student, I think its power, its value is minus 1 or 1. I don't know exactly, but I think so, its power is 1 or minus 1, but its power is even number, so its result will be the positive one. Sine of 0 is 0. Okay, so its result is basically 256 divided by 4, and then afterward, student, you will get its result that this is the minus 64. Okay, basically these are the parts. Now I solve the example number 2. Yes, first of all, I did I will student mark the attendance according to your. Okay, student, these are the its second part. B part dy is equal to, basically that is x value and y value we have already given in the question statement. that x is equal to 4 cos t and y is equal to 4 sin t. So obviously dx is equal to minus 4t and dy is equal to 4 cos t. Okay. So also you can notice in the B section that dy is equal to 4 cos t. We have integration c xy square dy. So integration is 0 to pi by 2 and x value is 4 cos t, that is already given in the question, and y value is 4 sin t whole square and dy value is 4 cos t dt. So by taking the multiplication, we find 4 multiplied by 16 multiplied by 4, we find its result is positive 256, 0 to pi by 2 and sin square t and cos square t. Okay, now it has the, if there is the power, cos of t power has 1, then we can easily write here that sin cube t over 3. But now both have the powers are more than 1. So we can find out it's another formulation. For example, this is basically, there is some steps we have to solve. 256. We have to apply some formula before integration. So sin square t is like this way. For example, this is the sine of t cos of t whole square. Okay, and also we can see that after multiply by 2 and divided by 2, we have the formula that 256. Basically, there is a square, and in the denominator, 2 square is outside of the integration. So 0 to pi by 2. And you already know that 2 sin t cos t is equal to sine of 2t. Its formula, okay, dt. And also there is the multiplication square sign. So this value, basically, student, you know that sine of for example, there are the sign are alpha plus beta are t and t. For example, alpha plus beta, there is a formula already, you know that sine alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sine beta. So if there are alpha and beta is equal to t, then sine of t cos of t plus cos of t sine of t. So its result is basically 2 sine of t. And in the left side, sine of alpha and beta are t plus t. So basically, this formula is sine of 2t. So basically, 2 sine of t, 2 sine of t cos of t. This is the formula, derivation of the formula, that 2 sine of t cos of t is basically equal to sine of 2t. So we write here, and afterward we come to this point that sine square 2t, and it has again the formula. Basically, student, this is the sine square 2t, and sine of square 2t has the formula that sine of square t formula has 1 minus cos of 2t divided by 2. Okay, this is the formula. I again also mentioned sine square t dt is equal to 1 minus cos of this 2 is multiplied by the coefficient of the t. Coefficient of the t is 1. So 1 minus cos 2t divided by 2. Okay. And here this formula, this is the, well, there is the word is 2, digit is 2 instead of 1. So 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. So formula is 1 minus cos 4t divided by 2. Okay, and this 4 is already divided by 256 and we get this result 64. So after multiplication and also taking the integration, we find that integration of the 1 is t. So again 2 and 64 are cutting with each other, then we find the 32 digit and this value is t and this is the minus, and cos of 4t is equal to sine of 4t, and also the derivative of the angle is should be in denominator. Okay, and now after applying the limit, you will find the value is, after simplification you will find the value 16 pi. And this is the example. There is the also I write here the mention. I mentioned already that there we include the example number. We will solve here the example number 1 and 2. And this is the student part number C. Okay. And what is the in the part number C? Student, you notice here that also he will mention here the formulas. These are used in the B part. Sine of 2 theta is equal to 2 sine theta cos theta. And sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2. Okay. And what is the value of the C? What is the function of the C part? X y square ds. Okay. X value is 4 cos t and y square value is 4 sin t. And basically ds is basically the distance of the arc. Okay, total. And its formula is x square plus y square plus z square whole under root. Okay. And if there is the formula is, for example, ds, basically, student, I mentioned here that ds is equal to x square plus y square plus z square. But in this question, there is not the z square. This is the 2d. So we have the formula is 4 cos square t and plus 4 sin square t. Okay. We can write here not 4, not 16. 4 square is 16 cos square t plus 16 sin square t. Okay. And also 16 is common, and in the bracket cos square plus sin square t is equal to 1. Its result is 16 under root and it should be equal to 4. Okay, also we can check it. Okay, then we will find the values of the, by putting the values of x is 4 cos t and y is 4 sin t and ds value is also we put here. So notice here, student, ds value is 16 into sin square t plus cos square t whole square root into dt. And it's after simplification. Basically, I already tell you that ds is equal to x square plus y square plus z square whole under root. By putting its values and taking the common value of 16 and sin square t plus cos square t is equal to 1. So you will find here this result is equal to 1. So 16 into 1 is 16 and it's taking the under root if you find the 4t dt. Okay. So then after putting x value is 4 cos t, y square value is 4 sin t whole square and ds is 4 dt. So 4 for the 16, 16 for the, and again multiply by 4, you will find that 256. Limit is 0 to pi by 2. And this after value is sin square t cos of t. And since it has the power is 1, so this is the derivative under the value of the power. So we will mention here that sin cube t over 3. And after applying the limit, you will find the 256 by 3. Okay, and what is the example number 2? In the example number 2, student, evaluate the c, x, y, dx plus x squared dy, where c is the graph of y is equal to x cube minus 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2. Okay, so there is the basically only value of y is mentioned here. It means that x value is not mentioned here. And basically, this is not the parametric equation. Parametric equations are always x is equal to r cos t and y is equal to r sin t. These are the parametric equation. But this is the graphical equation. Okay, and the graph of the y is equal to x cube is generally is drawn like this way. Okay. So y is equal to x cube graph is shown is like this way, and its limit is minus 1 to 2. So this function is, this integration should be totally in the form of the x form, okay? Integration of c. Last functions were we convert into the t form, okay, variable in t. But now this function should be in the x form. So integration of c and x, y, dx plus x square dy. Okay, x is already, but we put the value of the y. Y value is given, y is equal to x cube. So dx plus x square and dy. dy is equal to 3x square. So dy is equal to 3x squared dx. Okay, so by putting the value of the dy here, and we notice that we have the formula for no, x raised power 4, I finalize here, minus 1 to 2 x raised power 4 dx plus 3x raised power 4 and into dx. Okay, 3x raised power 4 plus 3x raised power 4. So it has the coefficient is 1, it has the 4 coefficient. So afterward, we will find here the 4x raised power 4 into dx. And by taking the integration, in power, one digit is add, and this value is also in the denominator, 4 by 5 x raised power 5. And by after taking the limit, you will find that after taking the limit, for example, 4 by 5 and 2 raised power 5 minus into minus 1 raised power 5. And after simplification, you will find 132 divided by 5. This is the example number 2 of this question. Also, you have to, student, solve these equations and questions, and afterwards I will check it.